Introduce yourself to the people for me, bro.
I'm Curtis Weekly. ID number R66847. I'm the one, doing these little interviews and chopping it up with nice, you know.
That's
For,
what's
for
up.
the real, for the real can know, for the real and the public, wishing it's the same two things, to understand us, you hear me?
Uh-huh.
We go through shit too, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, everything good.
How old are you?
48.
Okay. Where you from?
I'm from the Rallitators. They call it the Rallitators, the project.
The
I'm
project.
from 4022, where the fire station was. They call that the low end, but our projects is they snatched them away from us a long time ago. Yeah.
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 How long you been incarcerated?
20 years.
20 years. The day you got arrested, what did they accuse you of?
Murder. First degree murder.
Did you feel like something was bad gonna happen like on that day? As far as the day you got arrested?
What you mean by that?
Like did you have a bad feeling like something was gonna happen like that day?
Not necessarily because I didn't really know nothing about this case during that time, and I didn't really know anything what happened. So I didn't really have no bad day during that time. So I found out when I got a phone call basically saying, they picked me on the crime scene, wishing I was there because I had brought my son from McDonald's that morning. You hear me?
Yeah.
So I was already in the area about like 2:30, close to 3:30, and during school hours. Then I stayed for about an hour or two. You hear me?
Yeah.
And I left. This happened through my baby mom. Her friend got killed in front of her mama crib.
Okay.
And that's how that happened. And I ended up going over there that morning. And so basically they linked the case up like I was there at nighttime when the murder happened. You hear me?
Uh-huh.
When the incident happened, and I wasn't there during that time. You hear me?
Yeah. Do you got any regrets, bro?
Any regrets?
Yeah. You saying like you innocent right now. You
Yeah,
feel me?
far as with being in a relationship and wishing I wasn't in a relationship during that time. I just had a child, but me and my kid moms, we was off and on. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
One day we might be together, and one day we might not be together. You know what I'm saying? So,
What do you regret about that situation, though?
I don't take that for granted. I earned up to that far as like, the time we was together. That's something we both appreciated during that time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't regret that, and I don't regret having my son. You hear me? So at the end of the day, though, I don't have no regret with that. You hear me? But as far as this incident, I'm being implicated and accused for a murder I didn't commit. Yeah, I'm kind of confused and sad and angry about that. You hear me? But I still forgive them, and I'm deeply sorry for what happened to the victim. But ain't nobody ever apologized to me, basically saying I'm sorry for what happened to you and your family. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But I do understand it though. You know what I'm saying? I do understand it. Yeah. So I'm just trying to still figure this shit out. Much as y'all, the public or anybody trying to figure this out, I'm trying to do the same thing. Yeah. Cause I'm lost of words too. Yeah.
How did the police handle you during your arrest?
They handled me a little different from a lot of cases they've been doing for years like that. And I understood it at an early age. You know what I'm saying? I caught my case when I was 29 years old. This case when I was 29 years old. So, I was, they whooped me in the police station. I ended up losing both of my, I lost both of my, I got to wear hearing aids for the rest of my life. And I lost my hearings in both of my ears. You know what I'm saying?
And that's due to the police?
Yeah, for what they did to me in the police station. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I talk about it a lot. You know what I'm saying? About me being they was trying to beat a confession out of me, basically. You know, trying to basically force me to say I did this murder and I ain't do this murder. So they was gonna continue beating me till they figure this shit out. You hear me?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I went from the fold and take somebody else's responsibility, and I know I ain't had nothing to do with it. So they continue to beat me up. You hear me? Beat my ass. You hear me? You know, so yeah. But I hold my head up, and I told my lawyer about it, but he basically saying we ain't gonna be able to use that because they ain't gonna be able to believe me. You hear me? Fuck you mean they ain't gonna be able to believe me? These niggas don't fuck me up. You hear me? You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like your lawyer was like there for you, as far as like to help you?
No, and yeah, you hear me? You know,
50-50?
Because he was just trying to get a promotion. He already had a promotion, but he was just trying to grade his stuff all the way up for him. You know, when he get a conviction, he lose. He basically helping the stakeout to get a conviction. You know what I'm saying? And so I say no and yeah. You hear me? You know,
okay.
He could have did a better job. You know what I'm saying? Than what he did. You know what I'm saying?
Did they read you your rights?
Did they read me my rights?
Yeah.
No, yeah, you hear me? You know, I feel like, you know, during the time they was supposed to read my rights, you know, and I'm wishing they did, but I end up being released. You hear me? But it's murder, and they come back and recharge me for this murder again. You know, twice. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you let me go because you ain't have all the evidence during that time. So basically, they was fishing around. You hear me? So then they release me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then they come back and recharge me for this murder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. What was your?
Yeah. So I'm still trying to understand this shit as I go too, because I don't know a lot of things about the law. You know, I'm still trying to understand. You hear me?
So
I
you
want
ain't
to make
really
that. I want to make it clear.
Yeah. So you ain't really as far as when you caught this case, you ain't really like you saying, you ain't really know law. You ain't really know about the law book
I ain't really know nothing about the law, but I know the consequences as far as like I know how the system works basically. You know, as far as like police misconduct, all that. You know, so it's just like I know when they corrupt and they can end up hitting a murder on anybody that's to get a conviction. It's like a lot of murders out there ain't solved yet. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know, and they grabbing the wrong person for a lot of these murders. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a lot of people, you know, can earn up to it and say, well, damn, I did that, but I ain't do this. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like there's a lot of things out there ain't being solved yet. You hear me?
I get you.
And people's got to do their homework, you know, because you weren't there at the crime scene to really know who killed your loved one. None of that shit. It's just motherfuckers go off rumors and go off what a person said. And then they still ain't doing their homework because if they do their homework, they can really find out who really hurt your loved one.
For sure.
Especially if y'all from the street. And y'all say y'all from these streets and all these blocks and all this shit. We can find out what's going on in our loved ones. How can we find out if somebody died out there the day of tomorrow and we in jail? You know, we hear that shit before anybody else hear. We hear the same little conversations out there, y'all hearing out there in them streets, and we've been gone for 20 or 30 years and 40 years, and we still hear the same little conversations. You hear me? You know, so at the end of the day, I know damn well they know it. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? You know, because y'all out there. You hear me? You know? We know when motherfuckers saying they fucked up, the system fucked up, the income fucked up out there, all that shit, bro. We hear it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I feel you
make
on that.
me understand it. You know, make me understand it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no Facebook, but we got a tablet. It works. Y'all can send us emails too. You hear me? You know? See, it's easy for a motherfucker to go up on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram or TikTok and post some shit. Why you can't post that shit to your loved ones?
1 minute remaining.
Because they here looking for your love and your support. You know what I'm saying? But I guess world different. The world different right now. They want to see motherfuckers at the front of my home, bro. Yeah, man, it's fucked up, man. You know, I got a lot of shit to talk about. I got 20 years of shit to talk about. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know, and I know motherfuckers who been gone longer than me got a whole story, got a book. That's why I put out Voices Are Unheard, for people can understand it and hear it. You hear me? You know, we all feel, you know, we all going through some shit. You hear me? You know,
Right.
you ain't the only one going through some shit. You hear me? You know. So
Right.
at the end of the day,